A massive civil rights lawsuit filed in the District of Oregon targets local municipalities and police departments across Jackson County. The plaintiff, Daniel Dentremont, is a former Patriot missile operator in the United States Army. He brings the case with a technical background in military air defense and advanced radar tracking systems. Dentremont alleges that Jackson County has quietly assembled an interlocking mass surveillance apparatus to track its own citizens. The Dragnet relies on a hybrid network of foreign military intelligence assets, commercial data brokers, and B2B corporate partnerships to function. This legal challenge seeks to dismantle a fully operational, warrantless domestic spy network. The case presents a critical constitutional question. How do local police build a comprehensive surveillance state without ever asking a judge for a warrant? In today's digital era, modern domestic surveillance completely avoids the need for bespoke police spy gear or physical wiretaps. Instead, law enforcement utilizes the API bypass, a strategy of purchasing access to personal data or routing it through commercial software vendors. By paying for access to commercial data streams, this strategy renders the physical search protections of the Fourth Amendment obsolete in the digital age. The lawsuit details specific violations of Oregon state statutes, including ORS 181A.250, which strictly prohibits law enforcement from collecting information on political and social associations without reasonable suspicion of a crime. The complaint exposes a critical legal vulnerability. Law enforcement practices exploit the gap between 18th century constitutional protections and 21st century corporate data brokering. The physical footprint of this mass surveillance network begins with automated license plate readers blanketing the entire county. Police expand this coverage using the Flock Business Network, a platform that integrates privately owned retail loss prevention cameras directly into law enforcement systems. National retailers, including Home Depot and Lowe's, capture customer license plates, vehicle makes, and specific physical fingerprints like roof racks or bumper stickers. Through real-time API integrations, this private corporate data is piped directly into Jackson County police databases. This public-private partnership creates a continuous, retroactive map of civilian mobility and shopping habits, generated entirely without a judicial warrant. Aggregating a massive vehicular database creates an immediate secondary consequence: unregulated interagency data sharing. Oregon's sanctuary law, ORS 180.805, strictly prohibits state and local agencies from sharing information with federal immigration authorities. Yet, the complaint alleges that local police actively share this flock tracking data with immigration and customs enforcement via informal analyst networks. To further bypass sanctuary restrictions, Jackson County allegedly leased a county-owned building to a third-party shell entity, which then subleased the property to host an ICE regional field office. By integrating B2B camera feeds, local police construct a shadow intelligence pipeline that allows federal agencies to sidestep state sanctuary laws. The network tracks physical vehicles, and it also tracks the device in every citizen's pocket. Jackson County outsourced its 911 emergency infrastructure to Carbyne Limited, a third-party platform founded in Tel Aviv by former officers of Israel's military intelligence units. Prominent intelligence figures serve on Carbyne's board. The enterprise's initial funding was provided by former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, utilizing funds supplied by convicted sex offender and intelligence broker Jeffrey Epstein.
When a citizen makes a 911 call, intimate data flows directly through Carbyne servers, including live smartphone camera feeds and precise GPS location data. For broader tracking, police exploit the data broker loophole, focusing on a commercial tracking metric known as the Mobile Advertising ID, or MAID. Ordinary commercial applications, weather apps, mobile games, and prayer apps, generate and sell these MAIDs, bundled with precise GPS coordinates to third-party data brokers. Police crime analysts utilize platforms like Penlink's Weblock to draw retroactive virtual geofences over specific locations, extracting this purchased commercial data. This capability allows law enforcement to retrieve a list of mobile devices present at a political rally or a private home, tracing historical movements backward for months or years with zero judicial oversight. By purchasing location data, law enforcement converts the global mobile advertising ecosystem into an unregulated domestic intelligence grid.
Surveillance technology extends past GPS location tracking directly into hardware-level sensor exploitation. Modern smartphones contain haptic technology and accelerometer sensors, originally designed for vibration feedback and detecting physical orientation. Computer science research demonstrates that these physical sensors can be exploited to conduct wireless tapping, reconstructing spoken conversations by measuring minute vibrations of a smartphone's casing. By monitoring the device's accelerometer response via mobile app APIs, agencies can determine if a target is holding their phone, walking, driving, or sleeping. The complaint alleges that local police targeted Daniel Dentremont with these tools in direct retaliation for his whistleblowing against municipal corruption and unlawful spying. Police allegedly utilized flock safety cameras to track his business vehicle and deployed geofenced API queries to monitor attendees at his business events. The Medford Police Department also operated fake social media accounts, like one under the name Jessica Taylor, to infiltrate community groups and monitor political speech. These fake accounts were used to compile surveillance dossiers on political activists, a direct violation of Oregon Statute ORS 181A.250. Advanced data harvesting tools are being actively weaponized by local police to suppress protected First Amendment activities and silence whistleblowers. The surveillance practices executed by the defendants violate the industry standard restrictions established by leading technology providers. Palantir Technologies operates one of the world's most advanced defense and intelligence data platforms. Palantir's use case restrictions strictly prohibit certain surveillance workflows. Forbidden actions include predictive policing, real-time facial recognition, and warrantless tracking of individual mobility data. A top-tier military contractor has declared these exact workflows too legally and ethically compromised to execute. Yet local Oregon police departments routinely execute the exact domestic surveillance workflows that global defense contractors explicitly ban. Dentremont's lawsuit seeks to halt these practices entirely. The complaint demands a preliminary and permanent injunction enjoining the defendants from operating the Flock safety network, utilizing Carbyne cloud platforms, or purchasing commercial location data. This case serves as a critical stress test for the Fourth Amendment and the Oregon Constitution. The courts must decide if statutory law can catch up to the realities of API-driven commercial data harvesting executed by local governments. If these public-private loopholes remain open, the concept of a judicial search warrant will become a historical artifact in the digital age.